Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado today. Much needed one. Yep. You guys are asking a lot about it, so we're gonna give it to you. What you need to know, or what you must know.
That's right.
About Denver traffic.
Let's check it out. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time checking out our channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, while you're here, make sure to hit that subscription button along with the notification bell, because every Tuesday and every Thursday morning, without fail, we're dropping a new video about what it's like living in or moving to the Denver, Colorado area.
100%. And we are licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, which means as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate needs. So that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. We're also the guys who answer those emails. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. We would love to help you. But with that being said, there's been a lot of questions on this one. There's been a lot of people searching about this one, and it's Denver traffic and what it's like. And we're a little partial, right? Like, it's definitely not as bad as you might think, but what we would like to do is just give you guys a video and go over maybe some of the bottlenecks in and around Denver that will help you guys figure out, at least wherever you decide to navigate, what it looks like when you're navigating, where to allow for more time, and just what that looks like. Here we're at Metro State, which is right just south of the Pepsi Center, just outside of where Elitch Gardens is, and we're not too far from Coors Field.
And Lodo, lower downtown.
The guy likes drinking beer.
Yep. Really?
And partying. I like sports, if you guys can't figure it out. But great spot, but we're right in the heart, right in the heart of Denver. So you've got I-70, I-25, 6th Avenue, right here. So it's like some of those bottlenecks are gonna be right here, so why not speak about them right here?
Well, what do you say we start off
right
up
here
north and work our way down?
Up north, let's do it.
There we go. So up north, guys, what you're gonna have is actually two primary up north.
So if this were a clock and Denver's in the center, if you're at 12 o'clock up by Thornton and North Glen, or coming down from Fort Collins, just to give you context, what would that look like?
Yeah, and let's actually go, so the first big area, and we bullet pointed this, I'm throwing this one on, is Highway 36.
Yes.
So that's also known as the Boulder Turnpike. So you're gonna see I-25, which is our primary north-south highway, and then the furthest up north that we're gonna talk about today anyway is called the Boulder Turnpike, and that's 36. That's the turnoff that starts going northwest all the way up through Longmont, Superior, eventually taking you all the way up to Boulder.
Correct.
And as far as traffic goes, you know, in the past, 10, 15 years ago, that used to be highly congested. Now what they did is they added a special HOV lane that will, if you've got 2 or more people in your car, or if you pay for it, you can take that right up 36, and that's helped a ton.
And more importantly, as you're coming out of Denver, you've got I-25 north, correct? But they've also added those HOV. Excuse me, he's kicking the camera. This fucking guy, he's so territorial. He has to like Captain Morgan his leg and like pin me into this corner. Like,
it puts the lotion on. You have no idea what kind of hell I can bring you!
Oh, all right. I've been down here 2 weeks, man. What do you want?
Hey.
If you guys don't see him in the next video, you know what happened. Back at what you guys are actually on this video for. As you're taking I-25 north, before you even get to the turnpike, they did add the HOV lanes to I-25 as well, so you're not stuck in that Denver traffic too long, if at all, on your way to 36, which is great. It's also helped because if you don't get off on Highway 36, Boulder Turnpike, if you decide to continue north, those HOV lanes continue all the way up north through Thornton and North Glen, which is great. And yes, it's, you know, it's a couple bucks to pay for that. However, time is money for us. We see so many clients throughout the day. I would much rather pay $5-6 on some of that toll lane to see more clients and help you guys out more versus like being stuck in traffic for over an hour. Some of you, whether you're seeing clients or not, you just don't want to be stuck in traffic. You want to get home or you want to get to work or wherever you're going. But definitely a huge saying, I-25 north, Boulder Turnpike, HOV lanes, incredible.
Now, as we work our way down south, we're gonna hit I-70. That's the next big one. Now, I-70 pretty much takes you all the way west into the mountains and all the way east through Denver, through Aurora to the airport.
Yeah, so you're still on the north side of Denver, but we're south from the Boulder Turnpike and we're south from Thornton and North Glen and all that stuff. So we're just on like that northern tip of Denver. going east and west.
Now, I would say I-70, the big bottlenecks you're going to find are between Aurora and Denver, your normal morning rush hour traffic and evening rush hour traffic.
Like your Commerce City.
Yep. Now, let's talk about I-70, what I-70 has going on with this expansion right now.
I-70 expansion. So right now there's some construction, which definitely slows down traffic just a little bit, but the I-70 expansion is great. They've got some new townhomes and condos that are going over there. They've also got like some tennis courts and grass and a lot of really cool stuff that's actually going to go over the highway to expand overall landscape and just expand for more population being in and around Denver. Not too far from old Stapleton, which is now
Central Park.
I was testing him. Central Park.
That's right. Now, man, I-70, guys, it has, previous to this expansion, it was a really old highway. It was like 2 lanes on either side, going east and going west.
You can feel the bridges move. Yeah, it was
yeah,
not good.
And guys, it would get so congested there because there's a lot of also just industrial and commercial that you have between Aurora and
Typical
Denver.
to like every inner city. You've got like that
just warehouses.
Industrial.
And
They
stuff.
make dog food and it like smells weird driving over it. Yeah.
Now, if you continue west through Denver, you're gonna head towards the mountains. You're gonna pass through Golden. You're gonna head towards.
You're passing through everything. I-70 literally takes you all the way through the mountains in and out of Colorado.
Yeah, it'll take you all the way to the mountains, to every major ski resort.
Now, one of your bottlenecks out west is going to be your Eisenhower Tunnel. Not so much like regular week by week, but on the weekends when people are going up there to ski and everything, a lot of times the Eisenhower Tunnel just gets backed up and traffic does bottleneck into less lanes there as you go through that tunnel. So if you're going to be going up for the weekend for skiing or hiking or whatnot, Fridays tend to be a little bit more packed, so make sure you leave early if you can, or Saturday mornings if you can leave early if you can. And then one thing to think about, whether you're going up or going down, check the Weather Channel, check current updates, because sometimes due to weather, the Eisenhower Tunnel will actually close down, and they don't let trucks or cars or anything through, which means you have to commute all the way down south through the mountains. So you could get stuck there for a day or so if you're not watching the weather. Make sure you check on that before you actually commit and head up.
All right, working our way, still going down south through I-25.
So now we're like
Denver.
central Denver. So
Central Denver.
It's going to go from like right at the center of the clock. It's not going to pass through the clock to 3 o'clock. It's going to stay at the center, and it's going to go directly west, so directly 9 o'clock from the center of the clock out, and that is 6th Avenue.
6th Avenue. So 6th Avenue, guys, major east-west highway through the heart of Denver.
They are expanding it.
They are expanding it.
There's some spots that are a little bit
much
more
needed.
congested.
Yeah, and it'll take you all the way through Lakewood. Like, you actually pass through Lakewood as you head out west down 6th Avenue. As you head east out 6th Avenue, it's going to take you down central Denver, and it turns from a highway to a one-way street as you're going down Denver. So in the city of Denver, it's actually a very, what I think, like useful thoroughfare. It's a one-way. There's not a lot of stoplights. You can get going pretty fast. For being an inner city street, it's really good. But out west, guys, it does get congested. There's a lot of people heading out to Lakewood, to Littleton, those places. And because you're right by Denver, there's just a lot of mass, like just people out there.
And once you get on the outskirts, it's not terrible. Like once you get out there, it's not bad as much as you think. Like that one lane, it's not terrible. It's more so like when all of that traffic, as it starts approaching I-25 or just past I-25 as it goes into central downtown Denver, there's definitely a bottleneck there. Definitely a little bit more traffic.
On I-25 itself.
On I-25
more so than
itself.
6th Avenue.
Correct. But again, short-lived. It's just right there. Fortunately for like I-25, you've got a lot of exits, so unless you absolutely have to go on 6th Avenue, definitely something that you can just navigate around and do something different.
Yeah, and if you're driving north or south on I-25 through that 6th Avenue, Santa Fe area, like he said, and the road kind of turns there anyway, so traffic tends to slow down in conjunction with just a bunch of people getting on and getting off there. Just understand, if it does come to a creep, right through there, it's going to be over soon.
Correct.
And that is one good thing that I love about our traffic. Very, very, very rarely, usually not unless there's an accident involved, do you ever stop. Is it ever gridlocked? You're usually, even in the worst traffic that you've been in Colorado, you're going
15
at
the absolute worst. Usually it'll slow down to 30, 35, but then, and it's only because it's by like a major exit and it kind of bottlenecks a little bit and you continue to move, but still like comparable to some of these other cities where you guys are moving from, like it's just not that. And you got to remember, like even though it's post-COVID now, a lot of people work from home. Like they're working remote. A lot of people are not coming downtown as often as needed, or even to the Denver Tech Center as much as it used to be needed. So man, a lot of that's just mitigated. Like you just don't have as much as you used to, which is really cool. But keeping with the topic of traffic, let's continue down I-25. Let's keep going south. Your next major bottleneck opportunity is going to be I-225.
Yep.
So I-225 connects you all the way down into like southeast Aurora and more so east, right? So that area, you do have a great exit ramp. You've got like 4 lanes that put you on a 225. It's technically north. It's facing east, but it's technically on that north side. That takes you to Parker Road. It takes you out toward just more east, but not bad. Like that one, you get a little bit of a bottleneck.
Used to be
almost
really
more
bad.
like the exit just before that Hamden gets a little bit more backed up than the 225, but you get a little bit there. And then onward out toward, if you continue through I-25 South, out toward 470.
DTC.
And yeah, Denver Tech Center's not terrible. It's about 4 exits, but again, like the flow tends to stay pretty well. It's usually just after it or just before it. As you start getting into Castle Rock, we just hit that this weekend. We took kiddos out for the well, not we. He was with his family. I was with my family. We went to the Renaissance Festival, right?
Yep.
My lord, everybody kept calling me my lord. Hey, my lord, what would you like, my lord? Just take my money,
I'm gonna
dude.
start doing that.
Give me that kettle corn. Take my money, bro.
You do look like a
my lord.
Yeah.
I do not.
What is your name?
My name is Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Right, off you go.
Digressing, as you guys start getting super south into like the Castle Rock area, yes, you have some construction because you've got the I-25 expansion down there where they're expanding everything to 4 or 5 lanes.
That's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. So if you're coming here and within the next couple of months, it's continuing to progress. One thing that Denver has done a great job with, and then the surrounding areas around Denver, I think they've been expecting to be big for a long time because we were dealing with a lot of construction before much really hit.
Yeah.
Like him and I were complaining about this years ago, and we had no idea like for what. And like now a lot of that stuff is finished. You had the influx of population coming here. You got the brand new just hotels and different things that are in Colorado. You guys probably saw in some of our other videos, the McGregor Square, the McGregor Center, and All-Star Baseball was here. You've got a lot of people coming to Colorado, but they've gotten a lot of the traffic issues. Those were mitigated before people actually started coming here. So I think whatever they predicted or whatever they thought, they did a great job at it because we've been dealing with the construction. It was way worse 2 years ago than it is now. A lot of it's complete. I-25 south in it, as you pass Castle Rock and you start heading toward Larkspur and the Springs, you are still dealing with some of the expansion down there. But again,
it's so needed.
I bet within this year it's done.
Yeah, and they're almost done with it. That's the thing. A lot of these things that I-70 plan, they've been planning that for 5+ years.
Right.
They're doing it right now, and it's perfect timing. So, again, Colorado and our highway systems, guys, between 470, I-25, I-70, all the different HOA lanes that they've started installing. They just did a new HOV lane on C-470. This is the free part of 470 that is not an express lane or express toll.
Yep, so that's like your western side of 470.
Yeah, I-25 west is free on 470. I-25 east is paid. It's toll road.
And the 470 gets a little congested on the west side, not terribly bad, but like Littleton, Highlands Ranch, a lot of those that commute to I-25, that's their access lane to get over.
That HOV lane's helping a ton.
HOV lane is helping a ton, and then more important, like Southeast Aurora, you've got E470. That's where I live. I can get up and past Boulder within an hour and 5 minutes. I can get into Nederland, which is behind Boulder, hour and 6 minutes, which is great. And I can also commute down to the Springs with 470, so I can get to I-25 quickly. So if you do have to commute a lot, or if that's just something that's important to you and you want to be able to reach down south and go to the Renaissance Festival or do things in the Springs, but also bounce up north and maybe go to and doing things in Boulder, 470 literally goes all the way up north and around toward the turnpike, toward Highway 36. So phenomenal. Him and I doing a lot of real estate. Yes, it's nice to be on the outskirts and have good school districts for family and good restaurants and things. That's why we're partial to Southeast Aurora and Parker. But we can also get everywhere we need to go, including our office, which is in Denver Tech Center. So there's a couple like byways, Parker Road, Spear, which turns into Leesdale. There's a couple little side roads that are main access points, but they're not highways that you can navigate. So as you guys get more familiar with Denver, the one thing I compare is like when I used to live in California, you couldn't get anywhere unless you hopped on the highway. Out here, there's so many different ways to get places and avoid highways if you need to, depending on how far you're going, which allow for just free-flowing traffic as well, but phenomenal.
And to summarize, guys, if you're asking, is Denver traffic bad? The answer is a big fat no. And we've talked to so many people from all across the country, literally across the country.
It's laughable compared to real traffic.
Below, if you're from anywhere else, comment here if you've moved to Denver, how the traffic is compared to where you have been. People from other states will laugh about our traffic here.
Correct.
The only people that complain about it are the people who are comparing Denver to what Denver was 30 years ago.
If you think traffic's bad in Colorado, you're also in Denver. You're also that guy that like thinks Taco Bell's great Mexican food. It's like you probably have no parameter of like what real Mexican food is, so you think that's good because you haven't had the rest. Like you think Denver traffic is bad? Go somewhere, anywhere, and you'll find out it's not bad, right?
Those
Especially for
spot on.
Well, especially for as big as Denver's getting, as much as it's growing. If you put us apples to apples compared to similar sized cities, like they're just doing a great job with navigating it.
Yep, it's true, guys. One of the things is that we do have like higher vehicle registration, and they say that part of that vehicle registration is for our highways and our road care.
Yep.
So
I just paid for one of those.
I know, yeah, it's expensive. However, guys, if it means that we can get somewhere faster and that there's HOV lanes for us and there's awesome highways, hey, I'm all about it.
All about it. And you know what else we're all about? Helping with your real estate needs.
Oh.
And you know why? Because we're licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, and as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you guys with your real estate needs. So the number popping back up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. We're also the guys who answer the emails. Funny thing is, like, we're standing on a college campus. Wonder who's the college grad around here, huh? Little trivia, comment below who you think.
Who is it?
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
All right, see you guys.
See you guys.